the question tends to be, how do we deal with integration when we don't have architecture? And I make the observation that you can't really post-integrate things. I mean, we can do some things that are cosmetic in nature, but you can't change structural things once you get them implemented. It's easy to see this in the physical domain. After you get something manufactured, you can't really change it. You know, if you need to change it, then you're into scrap and rework. And the same thing happens from an enterprise standpoint. Once you get something implemented, or you have data in a database, for example, you can't change the meaning of that data once you get it in the database. Or you can't change the hardware and system software once you get the thing installed. But so we try to, after the fact, attempt to compensate for the lack of continuity or the lack of integration. And you can do translation kinds of things. You can try to reconcile discontinuity, and we do that with either interfacing in data or middleware with hardware and system software. It's a reconciliation of discontinuity, and it's a point-to-point reconciliation. And the problem fundamentally is, once you put a middleware in to hard bind together two discontinuous things, not only do you lose flexibility, as soon as you bind things together, you lose flexibility, but then the more points that you need to connect, the more maintenance problem you end up with. That's what causes the spaghetti, if you will, in the system implementations. And because the number of connections between n points is n squared minus n over 2. If you only have 2 points, the number of connections is only 1. But if you have 10 points, it's 10 times or 100 minus 10 is 90, divided by 2 is 45. There's 45 connections. It just increases exponentially. So the maintenance problem becomes really complex and difficult. So basically, I say the thing to do is to integrate the architecture, to define the architecture so it's integrated. There was no need for interfacing things or doing point-to-point reconciliation. Architecture, once again, is a significant issue to have continued coherent perspectives, so they are related to each other coherently, but also to reduce the maintenance